Hello, everyone. I'm Rebecca Skeele, and I want to do a series of recordings about these times we're walking through, these times of big change, these times of upheaval, these times of chaos. And I hope to keep these videos kind of short, but I'm going to do my best. The reason I want to focus on this is because of the times we are walking through, the times we are, let me shut this down for a moment, the times we, all of us collectively, are experiencing in our lives and in the greater awareness and consciousness on the planet. And I'm going to talk about three stages of going from chaos to completion to new beginnings. And I want to pose some questions in each one of these stages. And they are what if questions. What if questions. The reason that I want to frame them those ways is because when we are looking at ourself, our world, and wanting to maybe open up to what else might be going on, something greater, something else that we can stay centered in and steady in all of this upheaval that's going on. When we ask a question in what if, we can sometimes bypass some kind of preconceived ideas, ways in which we go, oh, no, that will never work. Oh, no, you don't understand. It's like we want to open up to greater awareness, greater possibilities. Okay, so I'm calling this series What If? New Beginnings, New Possibilities. So the first stage that I'm going to talk about today is chaos. Now, I have a lot to say about chaos, so I'm going to do my best to keep this very lasered. Let's talk about what chaos means, or what do I mean by chaos? Chaos, for me, is about deconstruction. In other words, things falling apart. Wow, this is the stage that we don't like to experience or walk through, do we? And so it's a stage in which we perhaps need the most awareness, the most tools, if you will, the most understanding, the most greater perspective that can assist us to walk through this time. Now, first of all, I want to say that when I talk about this, I am not bypassing any kind of feelings, upset, challenges, fears, worries, disappointments, because all of that comes up in chaos. Change can either come bidden or unbidden. In other words, we can want change in our life. We can say this needs to change, or it can come out of the blue, can't it? It can come like a 2x4, and we didn't even see it coming. And all of a sudden, wham, we're in some kind of mess in our life. I've been through many of them. I'm sure you have too. I could tell stories about that, but I don't want to take our time with me telling stories, because if you want to know my stories, actually, they're in the books that I've written. So when we're going through chaos, first of all, everything is falling apart. And often the knee-jerk reaction is to try to control, to try to fix, or to try to avoid and distract. In other words, pull the sheet over our eyes, pull the blankets over our eyes, crawl back into bed. All of that is very normal. And so I want to say, when we're in chaos, it really is important that we stay in compassion with ourselves, because there's a part of us that gets very, very disturbed. Our shaking begins to happen around safety and security and what we've known. Perhaps it's about our family life, or about our financial situation, or it could be about our health. It could be about anything personal to ourselves, a relationship, but it also could be what's going on in the world, because certainly there have been very disturbing things that are going on in the world and will continue. So chaos, when something is falling apart, or either that or we're taking it apart. So what do we do? Well, there are three questions that I'd like to pose to you at this time. And these are what if questions. So these what if questions are really designed to expand your vision, let's say, your perspective of this time. So the three questions are this: what if, or this is the statement, what if you were standing at a threshold? Okay, what if you were standing at a threshold, even with all the mess around, even with your whole life falling to pieces, or even when you're afraid the world is falling to pieces? What if you were standing at a threshold? So my questions are, what are you leaving? Number 2, what are you entering? And number 3, what is something preventing you from moving forward? These are 3 questions I'd like you to, perhaps if they're helpful, contemplate on, think about. Just put them in your consciousness, and while you're walking the dog or washing the dishes or putting the kids to bed or whatever, it's like, think about this. See if that expands your references to what this is all about. Now, I have a lot more to say about chaos. I have a lot more to teach about this. So if you'd like any more information from me, I invite you to visit my website, RebeccaESkeele.com, and you'll find all kinds of manner of courses and free gifts and things like that. And I will continue this series. If you have any questions, comments below, please post them. That will help me serve you better and see what it really is up for you around this. So for now, again, this series is What If? New beginnings, new possibilities, and today we were focused on chaos. Bye for now.